Okay, so we're in the middle of this absolute explosion of new kind of magical AI tools, right? The ones that can create video from just a simple text prompt. And what's wild is that a lot of them are being offered for free. But you gotta wonder, are these just cool new products, or could this gift be something else entirely? A kind of Trojan horse in a war for the future of creativity itself? To really get what's going on here, let's start with a story you definitely know. Picture this. You're in the ancient city of Troy. For 10 long, brutal years, you've been under siege. Every single day is a fight. And then, one morning, you wake up, and it's quiet. Eerily quiet. The enemy army? They're just gone. The war, it seems, is over. And then you see it out there. On the empty beach, they've left something behind. A magnificent, absolutely giant wooden horse. It looks like a peace offering, a trophy to mark the end of the war. So the entire city celebrates. They pull this incredible gift through the gates, totally unaware of what's really hiding inside. And, well, that brings us right back to today. We're being offered a different kind of gift. It's not made of wood, it's made of code. But it feels just as magical, doesn't it? Generating video out of thin air. And it's being presented as this incredible step forward, a gift to creators everywhere. And this, right here, is the central question of this whole explainer. Are these free AI tools really a gift to democratize creativity for all of us? Or are we, just like the Trojans, willingly pulling a weapon of conquest right into the heart of our own city? To figure that out, we have to look at the price tag on this thing, 0. So let's dive into the weird economics of free and see how in our digital world, the old rules that were designed to protect us, to protect competition, they just don't seem to work anymore. You see, for a very long time, we've had laws against something called predatory pricing. The idea is super simple. You can't just sell a product for less than it costs you to make it, all so you can bankrupt your competitors and then jack up the prices once you have a monopoly. But here's the brilliant and kind of scary loophole. For a physical product like a car, making one more always costs something. But for software, the cost to make one more copy is basically 0. So when a tech giant offers you a tool for free, they can argue it's not technically below cost. And just like that, those old laws become useless. And look, this isn't some new thing. The legal scholar Tim Wu actually calls this the cycle. He points out that almost every major information technology, from the telephone to the radio, starts out all open and competitive. But inevitably, one company figures out how to seize control. And free has become the ultimate weapon to speed that cycle up and build a closed monopoly empire. So if the price isn't the price, what are we actually paying for all this? Well, it's time to look inside this modern Trojan horse and find the hidden costs. And believe me, there are 2 of them. And they are absolutely staggering. I mean, it feels like nothing, doesn't it? You type a few words, a video pops out, it feels weightless, totally effortless. But what is the actual physical cost of making that happen? The answer is 3.4 million joules of energy, and that's for a single 5-second video clip. Now, that's a massive number, but it's abstract. So what on earth does that actually mean in the real world? Okay, to put this into perspective, let's think about that energy in terms of running your microwave. Generating AI text, that's about 8 seconds of microwave time. An AI image, maybe 5 seconds. But that one single AI video clip, that's the same as running your microwave nonstop for over an hour. This isn't a gift. It's an astronomically expensive action that a company is paying for as a down payment on a future monopoly. But energy is only the first hidden cost. The second one is maybe even more insidious. The scholar Shoshana Zuboff has famously argued that in this new economy, if you're not paying for the product, you are not the customer. You are the product. Or, in this case, you're the unpaid factory worker. So here's the crucial point. Free is a 2-pronged attack. First, it starves smaller competitors. Companies like Runway and Pika Labs who actually have to charge for their services, it starves them of money. And second, every prompt you type, every video you thumbs up or thumbs down is free labor. You are teaching the AI, giving it invaluable data to build a better weapon that nobody else can ever hope to compete with. Now, this strategy, it might seem brand new, totally unique to AI, but it's not. It's actually straight out of a really old and well-worn playbook.
let's take a look at how this was perfected over decades by giants like Microsoft and Facebook. Remember the 90s? There was a company called Netscape, and they made the best web browser on the market. People actually paid for it. Then Microsoft came along with Internet Explorer, and they did two key things. One, they gave it away for free, and two, and this is the important part, they bundled it into every single copy of Windows. The result was immediate. Netscape's market share just collapsed, almost overnight. And we know this was deliberate. During the big antitrust trial against Microsoft, internal memos came out where executives were literally talking about their goal to cut off Netscape's air supply. See, the free product wasn't about convenience. It was about total market annihilation. The second part of the playbook comes from Facebook. Think of a social network like a party. It's free to get in, but the party is only fun if your friends are there, right? Once one party has everybody, it's pretty much impossible for a new one to get started, even if it has way better music. That's what we call a network effect.
The real goal of free AI video is to build a new kind of network effect, something called a creator graph. The idea is to get all the world's filmmakers, artists, and advertisers to build all their skills and their entire workflows on one single platform. Once that happens, it becomes the only party in town. It becomes the center of gravity for creativity itself. So when you put it all together, the playbook becomes crystal clear. It doesn't matter if it's browsers, social networks, or AI video, the pattern is exactly the same. You offer a free product with some noble-sounding justification, like democratizing creativity, all while you're actually pursuing a ruthless goal to dominate a market and own the entire system. So where does this road lead? What's the end game if this strategy actually succeeds? Well, it leads to something that looks a lot less like a democracy and, frankly, a lot more like a kingdom. The claim, the marketing pitch, is always about democratization, about empowering everyone. But the potential reality looks a whole lot more like a new kind of feudalism. When one single company owns the land, the core tools, the platform, the whole ecosystem, creators risk becoming digital serfs. You're completely dependent on the landlord's rules, their prices, and all of your work just ends up making the landlord more powerful. Which brings us right back to where we started. We are being offered a beautiful, magnificent gift. But we have to ask ourselves, honestly, are we witnessing the democratization of creativity, or are we just watching it being conquered from within by a horse we pulled through the gates ourselves?